couple plugs first, and we'll start it off.
No, we'll just start with Savannah.
We'll just start with Savannah first.
Okay, I was about to say, let's just get to the point, but I'm sorry.
All right, so on the Thursday, so every Thursday we're going to do a live show. We'll be answering questions, 7 p.m. every Thursday, live show. Let's get right into our Savannah trip. So as you all know that we were doing dry camping, boondocking.
Sorry, let me cut you off. Yes,
Already?
It's Eastern time. Eastern time. Yes,
You're already cutting me off.
I'm already cutting you off
Just
before I
start.
forget.
Okay, so we'll start again.
Round two.
Round two. Hey everybody, come join us every Thursday for a live show at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will be taking questions, and it will be a audience-driven show. We will not come up with topics or anything like that. It will be called Moving On with Moving Forward. Thanks, Ron. And check it out every Thursday starting this Thursday, as long as our internet connection allows. The pressure is on. So on to the Georgia Savannah trip. So everybody knows that, well, maybe not everybody knows, but we were in Florida doing some boondocking, and RJ Adventures had mentioned a website called freecampsites.net to us. He knew that we were going to Savannah, Georgia, and he said, check out this website. You might be able to find some cheap camping. And he was 100% correct. We found in Savannah, Georgia, the Welcome Center allowed us to park our motorhome. We were probably the largest motorhome there, being an A class. We're only 30 feet long. We're just under 30 feet, but we barely fit in this spot. It was $8 for one night, $14 for 2 nights. And we were allowed to stay there 3 nights because we arrived late on a Saturday night. Mm-hmm. The place was closed. Sunday just happens to be free. So we were there from Saturday night till Tuesday
morning.
Yeah, till Tuesday morning. It was $8 per vehicle. So it was $8 for our motorhome plus $8 for our car. It was $32 though for
$28.
It was 20. It was $28
because it's 14 and 14.
Oh yeah, because we did the multiple nights. They gave us a discount. So it worked out to be $28 from Saturday night till Tuesday morning for our 2 vehicles. While we were there, we did see a giant. Well, I say giant. It probably wasn't giant, but a Berkshire. They could not fit into one of these parking spaces that they have designated for the RVs, and they actually were pretty cool about it. They told him to go over and just kind of take up 2 spaces, and they charged him double for that one vehicle. Sorry, clicking the wrong button. So it was, a great price. It was freecampsites.net is the website that we used to find that spot. And that spot is a little difficult to see. If anybody's planning in Savannah, Georgia, this is the entrance to get into that parking lot. And as you can see, it's not very clearly marked or anything. That's it right there.
There is a blue sign before you get to it that does say Downtown Savannah Welcome Center or something along those lines. And it has an arrow, but right past the arrow is this entrance. So there isn't really any distance between the sign that says here you are and this entrance.
Easily miss it. Inside this parking lot, like right where you are parking your motorhome, you're like right down smack center of Savannah, and you're in walking distance of everything. There's a little map in the parking lot that shows you where you're at. You're actually the yellow box. There's 2 yellow boxes. The lower box that's over to the right is where the Welcome Center is, and then all these activities are all around you. It was a great parking area or boondocking area, whatever you want to say. It's literally a parking space. We did see a couple people put their slides out. We didn't put our slides out. We kept them in. We did put our jacks up because it was a little unlevel, so we did raise the front end up a little bit, but we still weren't very comfortable. But they were in smaller vehicles.
Right, they were in B classes and smaller C's and stuff like that. So they had enough space in their space to put out their slides.
Yeah, even though we're small lengthwise, we're still just as big as still just as wide as a normal A class would be, which is 8'5" or something like that, mirror to mirror. So we take up a lot of that space. Also, right in the same parking lot area is Trolley Center, and it's like a trolley tour center or trolley tour. What am I trying to say?
Just downtown tour.
Downtown trolley tours. So there's 2 available in this parking lot area, and the one that we chose was this one here. It's called Old Savannah Tours, and the purpose for that was that it was dog friendly. We were actually able to take Belle onto the trolley tour with us, and she was able, and that's a big deal for us. We try to include Belle as much as we can. You know, we're not traveling with Belle so that she can just like hang out in the RV. We want her to experience everything that we get to experience, and she enjoys going out and smelling everything and seeing everything, and she just likes being with us more than anything else. So like I said, that was the Old Savannah Tours is 100% dog friendly as long as your dog is able to be kept under control, and luckily for us, Belle behaved herself.
Yeah, they actually complimented at the end. They're like, "Oh, and the puppy behaved." I'm like, surprisingly.
Yep, surprisingly enough, because if you've ever met Belle in person, she is a rowdy rover.
She was growling at people walking by the trolley. They were outside as we're pulling up to stop signs, and they're walking like near the trolley, and she's growling at them like it's her trolley. I don't know.
But it was great. It was great that she was able to go on the tour with us, and it was fun to have her with us. And also on this trolley tour, not only did they just like drive you around and point things out, but they also would have actors come on and portray a character from the time period and chat with us. And I thought that was a kind of pretty cool little aspect of it was actually, I would say that was my favorite part of the trolley tour, was the actors that would come on and kind of explain what was going on in that time period. I thought that was a lot of fun, instead of just pointing at an old building.
It was your favorite part. It wasn't Belle's favorite part.
No. That was Belle's worst nightmare right there. Belle does not like people approaching Sabrina and I, no matter what the situation, if we're in the RV or if we're just walking on the street. If you come, I don't know, if you even look at us sometimes, Belle goes nuts. She doesn't like people even looking at us sometimes. So the great thing about the trolley tour also is something similar to we didn't do it this time, Segway Tours. Sabrina and I do a lot of Segway Tours when we visit a new city, because you get to do the tour on the Segway, and you get to see a lot of the area fairly quickly. How long was this trolley tour?
90 minutes.
So the trolley tour was 90 minutes. So in an hour and a half, they drive you around the city and show you all the hot spots, and then you can decide what you want to go back to and check out. And we kind of do the same thing when we do Segway Tours. You know, the Segway Tours are usually about an hour and a half. You drive around a city on this little vehicle, you see all the hot spots, and then you're like, oh, I definitely want to come back and check that out. So one of the things that we saw while we were on the trolley tour that we wanted to come back to was the downtown market area. They had restaurants and shops, things of that such. They were decorated for Christmas already, which is cool. I say already, but you know what? It's already December. We were just saying today, we can't believe that it's time to actually decorate for Christmas, because we believe that we've been seeing Christmas decorations since September, but now it's actually Christmas time. So also in the downtown market area was a ice cream shop. There was a pizza place that was that looked good. We didn't eat.
Smelled really good.
It smelled really good. We actually didn't eat anywhere while we were downtown in the market area. Also from this downtown market area, they had horse-drawn carriage rides, which we thought was pretty cool too. You could just walk down here and take a carriage ride. We didn't do the carriage ride, but it looked like a lot of fun. It's funny just how quickly your trips go by. You know, by the time you wake up and you get showered and you get ready to go out and conquer the day, and then all of a sudden your 3 days are up. We're going to go back to Savannah, Georgia. There were it was just a really nice town. I guess friendly people. We didn't really actually interact with too many people.
Shocking for me.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, shocking.
I don't. Yeah, I can't really.
But it was.
I guess they were friendly.
I guess they were friendly. Yeah, we didn't have any issues, but it was super clean. There was actually a lot to just walk around and see. Nomadic Native suggested to us to be sure to check out the squares, and this is just an example of one of the squares. Every square has a little bit different of landscaping. Some were fountains, some were statues, and a lot of the Savannah, Georgia is also history based. I mean, there's just tons and tons of history, and we didn't do any of that.
I'm not
Right?
really a history buff.
Neither one of us are history buffs. Yeah. But if you are, this seemed like the town to go to for history. But we just enjoyed walking around and checking out like the different architect. This was our thumbnail for this video here. It's just a blue house. It's a Victorian style. And we just thought, I don't know, just walking around and checking everything out was really cool. Like,
So
really cool.
I'm gonna stop you for 1 second. James asked if we did the river walk. And hi, Rosita.
The river walk. Would the river walk be the waterfront? I'm not sure. If this is considered a river walk, then we did. And this was Belle's favorite. We kept calling it the waterfront, but maybe this is the water walk. I don't know.
River walk.
River walk. I'm sorry. Nobody's water walking. So this was Belle's favorite area because she found a shop down here called Well, I say that she found it, but I guess we found it. Wolfgang Bakery. And she walked into this store, and this is like right up front at their front door. She's like, "This is the store I've been looking for. You guys have been holding out on me." And they were super nice there. They let her.
They were giving her free treats. They were just kept giving her free
treats. So I was like, "We'll never get her out of here." But
so we ended up buying some of their treats. Apparently, you can order them. They said if she likes them, you can always order them, and they'll ship them to you. I'm like, she likes anything, so I don't know.
She definitely liked them though. And this place here, this Wolfgang Bakery, they had 6 locations all in the Savannah, Georgia area. I was like, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that large of a. I mean, it's not like an enormous area. I don't know. Also down by the waterfront, which may be the river walk. I'm not sure still. We're waiting for a reply. Is the Georgia Queen river boat? Sure. Georgia Queen riverboat. Again, we did not do this. This would probably be something that we would do on our second trip, but it just looked really cool.
That we'd leave Belle in the RV.
Yeah,
for.
this isn't something that Belle could go along with us and do, so she would have to stay in the RV for this one. But Sabrina and I both enjoy being on boats as long as they're slow, like pontoon
and not
boats
too
and
small.
things. Yeah. We thought that one was a pretty cool one though. And the waterfront was just a cool area just to walk around.
I look thrilled, guys.
That's Sabrina's normal face when she doesn't realize I have the camera on her. I pay no attention to that. But there were a bunch of restaurants. There were.
See, I smiled.
You smiled once you knew the camera was on you. So there's a bunch of restaurants. This one here had like outdoor seating where you could look at the river and everything. And if you're a foodie, then this is definitely the town for you. In a small area, just that downtown area, they had 150 restaurants. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of restaurants.
Yeah.
Also down here at the river walk was this pretty cool looking fountain. I don't know what it was about this fountain, but I was like, that's pretty neat. I'm taking a video of it. And I'm going to put it in a video. But overall, the Georgia trip was really nice. I mean, great scenery, plenty of stuff for us to do. We did go to one restaurant. Do you remember the name of it? We'll give them a plug.
Oh, I can't
really
remember.
good.
It was a vegan restaurant in Savannah. I can't remember, but why can't I remember?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
It was really good. And I would suggest, if you go down, don't always listen to your GPS because Savannah's beautiful. There's tons of areas to look at. Every corner, every street is just really nice scenery. Unless you're following Sabrina, who is following her phone, then for some reason we walk through the alleys. It was like, wow, what happened? But if you don't follow Sabrina, you're going to see some really nice scenery. And
and yes, Craig, I brought the hoodie. You cannot be without it.
Oh yeah, she had.
I'm looking around for it. Why are you
I thought maybe it was near you.
No, it's not.
I have it. Well, the temperature in here is 70 degrees right now. It's 48 degrees here in Virginia. So that is our Savannah, Georgia trip. I don't know if there was actually tips and tricks in there. other than the fact that the
Cheap place to stay.
just a super cheap place to stay. You know, the parking, $8 a day. If you do 2 days, it's $7 a day. But it's literally just a parking spot. And it's just in a great location.
So James says it's called River Street.
Oh, River Street. Okay.
And then so at the end of this day, we had walked almost 8 miles at the end of that day, and at the end of the day, Kenny was trying to take Belle outside, and he asked her if she wanted to go outside, and I had to take a picture of the look on her face when he asked her if she wanted to go outside. She was done. She was like, that was enough for me. She was done.
I forgot about that photo. I must have skipped over it somehow. I'm glad you remembered. But yeah, she wasn't having it. Belle was like, "No, I'm not going anywhere. You've walked me enough." What we wear like the watches that count our steps, and how many steps were we doing?
20-something thousand. It was like 21,000 or something.
Yeah, so we were doing about over 20,000 steps a day for those 3 days, and I guess that was even enough for the little Belle.
So we got a question about, do we muzzle Belle? And we don't. She doesn't bite. She just looks like she's rabid, but she doesn't actually bite.
I would be very surprised if she would ever bite somebody.
Yeah.
She's very friendly. She's just very confused about how to go about it.
How to meet new people.
Yeah, she would have a lot more friends if she wouldn't growl and bark. I mean, she gets this mohawk that comes up, and I don't know. She's just confused.
So there's a question, is there a dump station nearby? We didn't look for one, so we're not sure. Oh, I'm not sure.
That is a good question. Is there a dump? I don't really know if there was one nearby. You have a 2-night maximum, so you're not allowed to stay more than 2 nights unless you do what we did, where we showed up on a Saturday night, because then you get 3 nights that way. We just dumped at a Flying J as we were left Savannah. We were headed to Virginia, so the next Flying J that we came to, we just dumped there.
Yeah. Which we wouldn't recommend that particular Flying J.
That was an hour and a half away. Well, the Flying J was okay.
It was fine. It was just the dump station and the gas station.
Normally, you pull in, and this will cut out. This will be the end of the video here. I'll trim it. And what they do is they normally, when you pull into a Flying J, your fuel's on one side. Sometimes they have fuel on both sides. But when we pulled into this one, all the dump station stuff, your propane, the sewer was on the opposite side of our motorhome, which has never happened before. It was really weird. And the RV that pulled up next to us in the second lane, he came out and he's scratching his head. He went into the shop where the Flying J was, came back out. He's like, I just talked to the manager and told him that everything was backwards. And they told me that they have nothing to do with how the setup is. It is what it is. And just to go out, turn around, and come after we fill up, go out, turn around, and come back in the opposite direction.
That explains why that person was like that, though, when we pulled in. Because we were trying to figure out why there was somebody backwards. We're like, why are they pulled in backwards into this gas station? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And then we realized, and we became those people.
And then we were those people facing backwards. So that whoever came in after us was like, why are they sitting backwards? So that's our Savannah, Georgia trip. And that's it.
That's it. Hi, RNRV Chronicles.
So tomorrow, the Fort Wilderness video will be finished, and that will be out. And Thursday, we'll be back at 7 p.m. for another live show. Again, you guys decide what we talk about and the direction of the video. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.
Thanks, guys.